so very excited to be here. Today is August the 3rd. We are a Bible-based training company, and our goal is to help people to learn how to have and enjoy life. And so far, we have been talking about being a virtuous woman. Right now, we've been talking about what a woman can do in her house to affect her marriage and affect her house in the way of parenting, so on and so forth. And Desiree has been here with me. Say hello.
Good afternoon, Jacksonville.
Helping with the understanding, because I knew that as women listen to this stuff, sometimes they have the attitude that you're a man, you don't know. You know, it's not easy being a woman, and this guy is talking about being a woman. So I wanted to have a young lady here who I know, because I've watched her and I've seen her with her family, with her husband, with her children. I've seen her aspire to be a true virtuous woman in every area. And we've talked about how hard it can be. We've talked about the fact that you can still do it. All those different things. And so she's been sharing personal stories just to hopefully make it a little more relatable for some of the young ladies that may be listening. And so I believe we're picking up at number 25. Is that correct? You have your Amplified?
I do.
Okay. I'm going to read it in the King James Version.
Okay.
And what it says is, strength and honor are her clothing, and she shall rejoice in time to come. What does the Amplified say?
It says, strength and dignity are her clothing, and her position is strong and secure. She rejoices over the future, the latter days of time to come, knowing that she and her family are in readiness for it.
Awesome. And then number 25 in the Message Bible says this. And it says that she always faces tomorrow with a smile. So yeah, she always faces tomorrow with a smile. One of the things I like about the Message Bible is the Message Bible is a paraphrase Bible. Mm-hmm. And so it paraphrases it. She always faces tomorrow with a smile. I want to start there before we get into the Amplified stuff. That's a question you have to ask yourself as a lady, is do you always face tomorrow with a smile? Mm-hmm. You know, I see women with this perma frown on their face all the time sometimes. I've even asked certain women, hey, you okay? And they turn around and look at you with, they got this sour look. And they're like, yeah, I'm fine. What's the matter? And I'm like, well, you look mean. And they don't realize it.
Oh, no.
Have you ever seen that?
I have. But I wake up in the morning and I sing my kids awake.
You sing them awake?
Yes, good morning.
Awesome. So you are very intentional then.
Yes.
And I want to face each day with a smile intentionally.
Right.
You don't wait to see how you're going to feel.
No,
I
can't.
Or what side of the bed you're going to wake up on.
No, I can't do that.
No, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. I guess that's the reality. You got to be intentional about it. Mm-hmm. If you want to be happy, if you want to face the day with a smile and affect your kids and affect your household, it's got to be intentional, you know. And as we go through these things, we ask the question is, are you facing each day with a smile, young lady? Are you waking up and deciding today I will be happy and I will bring joy to those around me? What were you going to say?
Right. Yeah. I was just thinking about, something that came to mind this morning. My husband and I woke up around the same time this morning, and my first thought was I want to make his day start off well.
Awesome.
And, when the kids get up and they, sometimes kids don't have control over their emotions.
Right.
You got to kind of rein them in.
Yeah.
And draw them into the right frame of mind for the day.
Right.
So that's I think that's what I have to do no matter what's going on.
No matter how you feel.
Yeah.
And the interesting thing is, number one, with God's help, you can do it. Mm-hmm. And number two, you're not focused on you, but you're focused on serving them.
Right.
And that brings about a better joy. So how about when you know you've done it? So maybe you don't feel so good, but your goal is to make sure their day is great.
Right.
Does that affect how you feel? Does it make you feel better?
Sure.
Because you see the smiles on their faces, you set out to do something, and by golly, I did it.
And it's done.
No, that's awesome. Yeah. That's really awesome. And so that's why I say, are you?
That's that check mark. I guess.
That's that check mark, right? Are you, young ladies? Are you really focused on being a genuine virtuous woman? or are you just trying to wear the T-shirt that says Proverbs 31 and the hat? I want you guys to see that it can be done. Women are powerful. They are awesome. And it is not something that cannot be done, but it has to be done intentionally with the help of Jesus Christ. Read it in the Amplified Bible.
25 says,
Yes.
Strength and dignity are her clothing, and her position is strong and secure. She rejoices over the future, the latter days to come, knowing that she and her family are in readiness for it.
So let's stop, read it again and stop at secure.
Okay. Strength and dignity are her clothing, and her position is strong and secure.
And ask yourself, are you a virtuous woman? And yes, I am. Cool deal. Are strength and dignity yours? Are you strong and are you secure? Don't buy into this thing about women's insecurity. I don't believe it. I know that we go through stuff, but we all do. But this stereotype that women are insecure, that all they focus on is how they look and how they feel and they're emotional and out of control. I don't buy into that, and I don't want you to buy into that as a woman.
And I love that strength and dignity. I had talked about meekness before. Which is strength under control.
Absolutely.
So just because you can say something doesn't mean you should. Just because you can, maybe manipulate your husband into doing something that you want him to do doesn't mean that you should. You have to rein that in. You have to consciously be kind of in control of those.
Absolutely, and it's cool that you brought that up, because that's a different side of security. We always talk about the insecure side of whiny, not confident, focus on the wrong things. But there's another side of security or insecurity that says if you are a strong and secure woman, you don't have to try to manipulate. If you're a strong and secure woman, you don't say everything that's on your mind. The strength is in, number one, I'm going to trust God that the right outcome happens, so I don't have to try to manipulate it to get it to go my way. That's security in your God. That's security in you. That's security in the people that you're dealing with.
Right.
And so I think that's a really a good thing talking about that. There's two parts of being a strong and secure woman. One is believing that God made you fearfully and wonderfully, so you are awesome. And you don't have to be out of control in your emotions and sad and depressed. But the other side of it is you are awesome, made with leadership and humility. And so you can get the world around you to change, the Bible says, just by your behavior. And not trying to manipulate and nag somebody to death.
Right.
It's interesting to talk about nagging. I believe it was Samson. When Samson told Delilah where his strength lies, if I'm not mistaken, the Bible says she nagged him. And that's it's like, okay, good Lord, I'll tell you. Which tells me something. God told him, don't tell where your strength is. It'll kill you. And a woman's nagging brought it out.
That's not good.
That's not good at all. So anyways, strength and security, make those yours. Don't just say I'm virtuous. Be strong and be secure in yourself. Go ahead.
And in getting strong and being secure, that's where you have to spend more and more time in the Word.
Yes.
Because that will build up your strength and build up your the knowledge of who you are, who God has called you,
and make it stable.
Yeah.
In your thinking.
Yep.
So when Satan comes, you have something to say.
Yeah.
To say, get away from here. Absolutely, good stuff. Good stuff. And read the next portion.
It says she rejoices over the future, the latter days to come.
Okay, stop. She rejoices over the future, the latter days to come. Look at your household, women. Look at your jobs. Look at who you are. Are you rejoicing over tomorrow? Are you excited about what's coming up? Are you excited about where your household is going? Are you excited about the kids and who they're becoming? Or are you just like, take it or leave it? Not so happy, just kind of down. You're living in your life in a mundane way. There's no joy for the future that the Lord is doing in your life. Or that could also mean that you're not on the path creating anything worthwhile to get to. I watch you, Desiree, and I watch you with all of your goals. you have to be excited about what God is doing in your house, because you're seeking it out. You're pursuing it. So, and I watch you constantly be excited about the latter days, about what's to come, about what the Lord is doing.
I'm smiling because I'm happy. I'm
right.
like, yeah, bring it on.
And so, ladies, you want to be, as a virtuous woman, excited about what's happening, about your tomorrow with your spouse, not dreading it. Not dreading, oh my God, the kids will be grown and it's just going to be me and him. What are we going to do? You should be like, the kids are leaving. We finna go crazy and have a blast. I'm looking forward to it, So just find your excitement and your joy for what God is doing for the latter days, for what's next. Go ahead.
Also, I just, reading that comes to mind about finances as well. Being ready for the future.
Yes. Yes.
I think that it's very important for women to do a little study, do a little research on how to save and how to prepare
absolutely
for the future.
No, and I think that's good.
I had to stop buying shoes.
Yeah, and we know you love the shoes. But no, that's interesting and cool. Throughout this virtuous woman passage, it talks about a woman that knows what to do with her money. It talks about a woman that can bring money into the household, that can buy and sell, that can trade, that doesn't get ripped off because she's going to buy tires and she gets sold a $2,000 set of tires when that's not what she needs.
Right.
So it talks about a woman being able to manage her money well and being financially educated. So I think you're right about that, being ready for what's coming financially. Don't be satisfied not understanding how checkbooks work. Don't be satisfied not knowing what money is put away and what money is saved and where it is, this, that, and the other.
And whose name is on it? Who's the benefactor?
Right.
That's important.
That's important too. And again, like she said, you may have to stop buying the shoes.
Yes.
Or whatever your shoes are, as far as our listeners.
Yeah.
If you like purses, you may not be able to buy as many purses as you want to. You may have to calm down and put money to be ready for different things for your future.
Right.
But ladies, man, I'm telling you, women are powerful. They are awesome, and they were created in response to men needing help. God saw Adam and said, it is not good for man to be alone. And think about it. So God saw a man and said, it is not good. You being by yourself, bud, is not good. And how many of you wives know that sometimes when your husband is by himself, that ain't good. Or just him and his buddies, that is not good. But seriously, when God saw Adam and said, it's not good for you being by yourself, bud, so I'm going to make a woman who was suitable for you. And so you were created, young lady, powerfully, fearfully, and wonderfully, and as an answer. So look across the table at your husband and see the man that he is. And God said, hey, sweetie, I think you are what's necessary to help this guy. I think you are what's necessary to bring this guy's life to a full completion of what I'm trying to do in his life. And that's a powerful thing, when somebody can say, I know who can help you. She can help you.
Right.
So look in the mirror and realize that God created you to help him. And I'll say this before we go too. If you're married, you're helping your husband do something. You're either helping him become the man God called him to be.
Being a kingmaker.
Yes. Or you're helping him fail.
Oops. Don't want to do that.
But the fact that you're there means that you're helping him do something. And that's a hard reality sometimes for a young lady to swallow. You're present. God said it's not good for him to be alone, so he made you to help him. So whether you like it or not, you're helping him. If you're sitting there being quiet, like, I ain't finna help him do that, you are helping him. You're helping him not get it achieved. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's good.
He may come to you with what he feel like the Lord has put on his heart, and you don't want to listen. I'm not gonna help you do that. No, you're helping him. You're helping him not do what the Lord has put on his heart to do. You're helping. You may be helping the household not go anywhere financially. You may be helping you guys into poverty. You may be helping the children go out of control. You know, you may be helping that environment be anything but productive. So that's the question you got to ask yourself, young lady, is if God saw my husband and said it's not good for him to be alone, and said, I'm going to give him you because I know that she can help him, and you have said, I don't really want to take that seriously, you're helping them, but you may not be helping them do what the Lord is wanting done in y'all's household. And so I really consider how powerful you are. You're the helper of that house. You're the helper of that man. God saw you and said, I need this guy to be able to have what he needs to get the job done. So I'm going to give him you to help do that. So, sweetie, you need to help him do that. If you want a free copy of this message, go to harvestgroupinstitute.com. Comment section. We'll send it out to you. God bless you. Until next time, we'll see you.
You have been listening to the broadcast of the Harvest Group Institute with Pastor Joseph Talbert Jr. Join us at harvestgroupinstitute.com.